This morning, according to Mark, the 3rd chapter, you find a story here where Jesus heals a man hanged on the Sabbath day. Amen?
Amen.
He will heal this man on the Sabbath day. Amen. But I want us to kind of think about it. I want you to think about it here a little bit. Just think about it a little bit. If you look back at chapter 2, you'll find some folks like the scribes, Pharisees, and Sadducees, and the Herodites. All them folks were getting in the way. Amen?
Amen.
Folk always get in your way.
Amen.
Something always come up.
Yes, it will.
Don't get in the way. But check out what Jesus done here in the 3rd chapter. Amen?
Amen.
Now, we see now that the scribes and the Sadducees and the Herodites, the Pharisees, all these people now, it's trying to stir up some stuff. Mm-hmm. Amen. We'll be back in a minute to tell you about these different groups. But he entered again into the synagogue. Amen. We let stuff get too serious with us. We let stuff stop us from churching. We get mad, go home, sit down, don't even come back. There's a lot of folk coming to church a few years ago. I ain't talking about them COVID folks either. It's mad and you don't see them in church nowhere. They mad. But I want you to watch this now. Stay with me now. I'm going to carry you back down memory lane and bring you back right quick. Now, check it out. He said he entered again into the synagogue. Amen? Amen. Now, back years ago, back in the late 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, bam, 75. Amen? It's back in 75. Curtis Mayfield wrote a song. The Staple Singers made the song famous. Let's do it again. Y'all remember that? You say like you don't know, you know about that. You know about that. Amen. They made that song famous. Let's do it again. No matter what's going on, you got to come to grips one day in life to say, I got to do it again.
Amen.
Going by the bank every now and then putting a little piece of money ain't the answer.
All right.
You got to go regular.
Amen.
You got to do it again and again and again and again if you want to arrive somewhere down the road.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
The song, Let's Do It Again, the song by the Staple Singers were written by Curtis Mayfield. It was part of the soundtrack. This might get your attention here. You remember Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier?
Yes.
In the film, Let's Do It Again? Amen. Amen. Yeah. We remember that.
Amen.
Then the singer reached the top of the billboards back then. Amen. And here's a few of the words in the song. It said, let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Amen. Let's do it again. Gonna do it again. Let's do it again. Sometime the rain grooving when I hear the sound like you and me, baby, getting down with the sounds around. Oh, I smell the morning flower as we pass away. Think about it back in the 70s. In the 70s, that 75 was good years. It was good time. The brother was cruising in the Riviera, the Deuces and the Quarters, the
Yes.
Cadillacs. Everything was pretty good where I was at that time in 75 in Jefferson County.
Amen.
But I come to tell you, young folk, hear me good.
Yes.
You need to always know where you are in the time.
Amen.
Your times can be good for you and you not even know it.
That's right.
And then when you get up and then you look back and say, my good times have passed me by.
Amen.
You need to do it again. And Jesus here entered into the synagogue despite the way he was being treated.
Yes.
We get treated bad, we quit.
Amen.
We quit. We get mad. I ain't cooking another chicken. I ain't frying another chicken. I don't care who died, when they die, what time they die.
Amen.
Get no more of my tater salad.
All right.
But we got to do it again.
Yes, sir.
We got to do it again. Amen. Jesus entered the synagogue again. The Pharisees was a strict group of religious Jews who advocated obedience to the most minute portion of the Jewish law. Tradition was very influenced. Amen. In the synagogue. Amen.
Amen.
They rejected Jesus' claim to be the Messiah because he did not follow all their tradition and associated with the notorious wicked people. Amen? That's the Pharisees. The Sadducees was wealthy upper class. Jewish priestly party rejected the authority of the Bible beyond the 5 books of Moses. Property from business in the temple. They also were with the Pharisees were one of the 2 parties of the Jewish council. That's who Jesus had to encounter. Jesus had to deal with them people. But Jesus didn't care nothing about them people. He did it again. Someone said, well, you ain't got to describe. The scribe was the interpreter of the law who especially emphasized the tradition. Many scribes were Pharisees. Denying Jesus' authority to interpret the law, rejected Jesus as Messiah because he did not obey their tradition. Anytime you do anything other than what Papa said, you wrong. After causing the political instability, they saw Jesus as a threat to their political future at a time when they were trying to regain Rome some of their political power back.
Amen.
Lord have mercy. And here Jesus is now. Here Jesus is now. In the Herodites, the Jewish political party of King Herod supporters. Known in the gospel, they tried to trap Jesus with questions and plot to kill him. You always got that group that want to kill you. You always got that group that want to get rid of you.
Oh,
Yeah, we got him in here, we can get him out of here.
yeah. Amen.
He ain't doing what I said do. It's time for him to go. After Jesus called, a little wave in the water, they wanted to get rid of Jesus. So now, notice now that you had the scribes, you had the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Herodites. All these groups was against Jesus, but Jesus said, guess what? I'm going to do it again.
Amen.
Y'all ain't going to stop me from coming to church.
All right.
You ain't going to stop me from coming to church. You have to stop the day, the fourth Sunday in 2024, in the first month of the year. What's stopping me? What's hindering me from going? What's hindering me from being all I need to be? What's hindering me from having a good summertime?
Yeah.
Amen?
Amen.
See, right now is the time that we got to get ready for the summer.
Amen.
It's coming now.
Yes,
It's coming now.
oh, yeah.
The pastor said it was coming. I just didn't believe it.
Amen.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh man, Jim Corley used to tell me, Thomas, Christmas comes every year the same time. You got to prepare for it. It's coming now. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man They got a man there now with a withered hand. Hand is in bad shape. You can't use his hand. Amen? Hands in bad shape. And they watched him. See? The devil always watching to see what he can do to trap them. Whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they may accuse him. You see that there in the second verse. Amen? Already the Jewish leaders had turned against Jesus. They were jealous of his popularity, his miracles, and his speaking authority. They valued their status in the community and their opportunities for personal gain so much that they lost sight of their goal as religious leaders, to point people toward God. See, that's the goal. That's our thing right there. We need to be working, trying to get folks saved, coming to church. Tell all your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, we need to be going to church on Sunday. We got to get saved. We got to make a change in our life. And there they were trying to hinder you from coming to church. All of the people, they should have been recognized as the Messiah. We need to be working on doing better here at Ragland than what we're doing. We still want to lay around and be bedside Baptists. Oh, he'll put it on after a while. I catch it later in the week. I see it later in the week. I listen to a little bit of it later in the week. He says something I don't like, I cut it off. Amen. See, we got to change our attitude toward God.
Say that.
Until we change our attitude, we're going to be just what we've been. Yes. Amen? Amen. We ain't going to hold you much longer. Just hold on here. But they should have refused, but they refused to acknowledge him because they were not willing to give up their treasured positions and power. When Jesus exposed their attitude, he became their enemy instead of their Messiah, and they began looking for ways to turn the people against him. That's what we at today, right now. Everybody trying to figure out how we ain't got to be a man. We ain't got to be a woman. It's crazy stuff.
Say that, Pastor.
We got some little crazy stuff going on with a woman ain't got to. What else she gonna be? Can't be nothing else. Man can't be nothing but a man. What else he gonna be? What's going on here? No. Just a woman? What else is it? Ain't no man. Man ain't no woman, and a woman ain't no man. It's simple.
Amen.
Here they is now, trying to trap Jesus. Trying to trap him. Check it out. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand up here, man. And he said unto them, check him out now what he said here in the 4th verse. Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath day, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? Amen. They didn't know what to say, but they held their peace, and when he looked around about them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their heart, he said unto them, stretch forth your hand. I don't care what they said back. I'm going to church. I'm going to show up in church. Y'all dogged me out last week, but I'm back this week. We got to make up in our mind we coming to church. We got to make up in our mind that we go do the best that we can do and do all that we can do until we get it right.
Amen.
Jesus was angry about the Pharisees' uncaring attitude. And you know what? When you watch us today, our attitude say everything but I love Jesus. And we'll look at you on Sunday morning knowing we ain't going toward nobody church and look at you with an attitude.
Amen.
Don't you but not say that.
Amen.
Get out looking all mean like them little jitters be in them little video clips. Hey, you don't scare me. You need to change your attitude and God will give you something.
Amen.
Other than that little nasty attitude you got. Anger itself is not wrong. It depends on what makes us angry and what we do with our anger. Too often we express our anger in selfishness and harmful ways. Amen?
Amen.
Our ways is bad right now. We go to church when we want to go to church, do like we want to do. But here Jesus said, I'm going to enter the synagogue again. I'm going to do what's right because, see, I know where I'm supposed to be going. Amen? By contrast, Jesus expresses anger by correcting a problem. He healed the man and used your anger to find constructive solutions rather than to tear people down. One more thing going on. How are we using what we're using? Lord have mercy here. Stretch forth your hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored as the other. And the Pharisee, 6 verse here now, went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodites against him, how they might destroy him. Don't even like each other, but get together. What you think, girl? Well, you know, I'm with you, honey. I'm going with you. Don't even like each other. The Pharisees was a Jewish religious group who was zealous followers of the Old Testament laws as well as their own religious tradition. They were highly respected in the community, but hated Jesus because he challenged their proud attitudes and dishonored their motives. Amen?
Amen.
One more thing, the Herodites was a Jewish political party that hoped to restore Herod the Great line to the throne. Jesus was a threat to them as well because he challenged their political ambitions. Amen?
Amen.
And we run around here now, hollering who we want to be president and all this crazy stuff. I'm hollering, I want Jesus in my life.
Amen.
I want Jesus, and Jesus is enough. Amen?
Amen.
I don't care who he be. I got Jesus, and Jesus is enough.
Amen.
The Pharisees and the Herodites, none was enemy, joined forces against Jesus because he exposed them for what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Amen?
Amen.
Check this story out. Check this story out real well. This is a great story that lets us know that no matter what's going on, the fourth Sunday in 2024, we got to do what's right.
Amen.
What old grayhead said today, you got to do what's right and go on in spite of what's in the road.
Amen.
Because something in the road, you ain't going to turn around and come all the way back to Ragged.
Amen.
You're going to figure out where a shortcut is. And turn and going around and go where you got to go.
Amen.
But when it comes to church, I don't think I'm going to make it out there today. Just ain't going to make it, man. Why? I don't know, man. The hot water didn't get hot. When it got hot, it kind of scalded me a little bit, but I'm all right. Some old crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just anything on a Sunday morning stop us from church. My baby don't feel well, and baby ain't gonna feel well no way. Let's go. We gotta make up in our mind, Ebenezer, that God is gonna become number one. That's what we'll talk about next Sunday. Until we get it number one, it ain't gonna get right.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I'm gonna read this and we're going to the house. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodites against him, how they might destroy him. You can't destroy the church. It ain't yours. It ain't yours. Church belongs to God.
Yes, sir.
And God gonna make sure the church is.
Amen.
Amen. And we need to wake up and come on and be part of the church and be blessed. I pray and I hope I said something this morning that's been a blessing to all of us. Let's do it again. That's one of the movies that made Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier, and them famous. Amen. But I come to tell you, until we make up in our mind that we're going to come to Jesus and live for Jesus, we ain't going to get it right. But you got to come on now if we want to get it right. Come to Jesus. Come on to Jesus. And let's do it again. May God bless you. May God keep you. Amen.